Hi guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Success Cosmos, and on today's vlog I'm going to be showing you all how to board local flights in Nigeria, right? So even if you've never traveled before, or you've traveled before but you were not just so clear about the whole system at the airport, today I'm going to be taking you along with me so that you see for yourself and also learn, so that you don't make mistakes. You can book your flights online, right? If you want to travel with any particular airline, you could just go to their site and book your flights online. Otherwise, you can book offline. So we're going to be using Ibom Air today for our whole illustration, and voila, we're gonna get to the airport. We're using the Abuja International Airport, right? So you have to get to the airport, either you're using Uber or Bolt, right, or you're using your private car. So the first thing you want to do if you're using an Uber or a Bolt is to stop at the drop off zone, right? You have to stop at the drop off zone, and then you have to get a trolley service. That's if you have a lot of luggage, right? I had to use this guy just randomly, just pick the guy because I was so much in a hurry, right? Then you use the trolley service and go to queue up in front. Ask questions, ask them where domestic or local flight terminal is, and you have to go there and queue up. You're queuing up because they have to check you in, right? They have to scan your bags, they have to scan your luggage. So once you've just queued up, you get to the scanning machine. So when you get to the scanning machine, which is the rapid scan, is an airport technology or security technology used at the airport. You can already see the different airlines here. Don't worry about it, just get in first, just enter that hall first, right? So you already see we are at the scanning area. Just pass your luggage, your phone, everything you have, just pass it. You can decide to put it in a tray, pass it through this. It scans your bag, right? And then continue. The trolley guy had to pick up my main luggage, and I told him just take me to Ibom Air. Take me to Ibom Air because I'll be using that airline. And I don't know what was I don't know what he was thinking about. He took me to Air Peace Terminal, so I had to call his attention and tell him, hello, please just turn around. Yes, just turn around. Be turning. Hey, turn around, please. I'm traveling with Ibom Air and not Air Peace. So unfortunately, I think I was 15 minutes. No, I was like 20 minutes late, right? I was 20 minutes late. It's not like I was late, though, but when I got to Ibom Air Terminal, they told me that checking in has already stopped. I had to plead and beg, and they finally checked me in. So this is where I had to get my boarding pass, because I got my I paid online, so they have to still finally give me a boarding pass. You have to submit your ID cards, right? And then because there was no time, hurriedly, this is my boarding pass already, I've gotten it. That means I can now check in, right? So they had to take my main luggage to their rapid scan machine as well and scan it. So this is the second scan, because after now I will not see my bag until I get to my destination, right? So now, very important, if you're traveling, anything you know you would not have need for at that particular moment till you get to your destination, please put it in your main luggage. Then your hand luggage should just be things you may have need for, right? Do not put perfumes in your hand luggage. So it's actually scanning my bag now for any contrabands. If they find out any contraband now, I have to remove it. So sometimes you may just have to give these guys tips, because I know he was just being nice, but he needed something small, right? So hurriedly, since I have confirmed that there was no contraband in my bag, I had to hurriedly go upstairs. This is Abuja International Airport, so different airports have different entrance and exits, right? I had to go upstairs. I'm going upstairs now because that's the final place where I have to go to, and then listen to hear when it's time for my flight, right? Please pay attention. You can see this guy running now. Pay attention. Sometimes you may just get carried away and you're not conscious of time, right? Or you're just distracted. Please pay strict attention and listen to them. Don't go there and be forming for anybody else. You just sit down there and you miss your flight too. Pay attention. Look at your boarding pass. Your boarding pass has every information you need, so just be looking at it. You can also ask questions, because a lot of times they mention it. They say, like, for example, Ibom Air, they now call the particular name of the aircraft and say every passenger ahead, you can come and queuing up. So let me tell you one thing that happened. I was supposed to use the elevator, but when I passed the elevator, I saw a staircase. I asked, they say it wasn't functional at that moment. I'm not very sure, I can't remember. So I just had to, instead of stress myself, hurriedly use the staircase and then go upstairs. Remember, I've already checked in, I already have my boarding pass, so I just use the staircase, go upstairs to the final hall where I have to like now head to the aircraft that I'll be using to travel. That's Ibom Air. And remember, a vlogger, I was vlogging and recording and I forgot. I don't even know how they called my name and I forgot. That's because I was only recording content for you people. But you know why they did not leave me? Because I already checked in. So they were very sure that I was in the hall. So it's either I was carried away or I was not attentive, right? So they kept on constantly calling my name. A vlogger and more. I still got to the final hall and I was still taking videos of different aircraft. This is Aero. I was still taking video and I spotted my own aircraft, Ibom Air. And I didn't know what I was thinking. I was not thinking that there's still time, until I heard my name. I said, what? I stood up, I ran, I rushed. So normally I'm not supposed to trek to this aircraft, right? They usually have a bus service and then they can convey every passenger to the aircraft. But because I was the last person, I was the last lady standing, every other person has checked in. They're already sitting down, or they were now waiting for me. You can see now, when you get to this point, they just have to check your boarding pass and then hurriedly point you towards the direction, and then the air hostess has to like direct you. So I had to come here. I was tense, but I was still recording. More things we do for YouTube show and for subscribers. So they just had to check me in and then ask me my seat number. My seat number was 18E, so I had to manually by myself check. You have to check. Don't form. You have to check. So I was looking out for where I will see 18E, and this is 19. So 18 is somewhere here. Yeah, this is 17. Correct. This is 18E. So that means I'm sitting in between. You just see your seat number is there. So I just had to sit down and just record a little bit of content. Unfortunately, I had to beg one of the air hostesses to please relocate me. I wanted to stay behind alone so that I don't feel ashamed or shy when I'm recording content and vlogging. And hello, it's takeoff time. I enjoy this site a lot because I love watching and observing how on the runway we're just running on the runway, and then next thing we are now ascending. Do you know, at this point when you're ascending, it just feels like you're running out of your mind. It just feels like, you know how you're tense, right? Like the whole atmosphere, sometimes your ear even feels like is now locked, like you can't hear anything. Oh my god. And I thank God I captured this. Thank God I just captured it, because I love this side. I love it because sometimes I now feel like, let me look down and see if I can remember or spot anybody down there. But you know, everybody now be very tiny, very, very tiny. And then we now get into the clouds, right? We now get into the clouds, beautiful view. Like, I love observing the clouds, because sometimes I used to feel like, these clouds, are they like stone? Like, is it like stone that one day it will just fall down? Do you get? A lot of things just go through my mind anytime I'm flying by air, right? The view, a lot of thinking. Sometimes I'm even thinking, what's the pillar holding this cloud? How is this aircraft? Like, how is it possible that this aircraft is just balanced on air? Like, a lot of things. Do let me know what you think about, or what you may be thinking about if you're traveling by air. And of course, these people were nice. They gave us item 7 because why not? So this is another view. you'll be seeing different views in different cities. And I think I was close to my destination. I was traveling from Abuja to Enugu, and I was already close to my destination. You can already see the difference already. So before now, we're in the clouds inside. Now, because we are approaching our destination, you can now see vegetation, you can now see houses. At some point you even see roads. So enjoy this view. If you've not traveled by air, just Sorosoke, very soon you will, so you'll be able to relate to all these things. So as you can already see, I am way close to my destination, because at this point you now hear the air hostess giving us some information, and the information includes that we should tighten our seat belts. We are, let's say, 10 minutes close to our location. They give all this information before we start flying, and then when we're even close to our destination. So this is 042. If you're a subscriber and you stay in Enugu, say hi to me. So this was the whole visibility at that point in time, because obviously it was Hamatan, so expect to see dusts, and the weather was not like very beautiful as it was when we were inside somewhere in the cloud, right? So London, at this point of London, it just feels like no, take me back. Yeah, so after we already got to our destination, trust me, now I was the last person to leave, because I'm recording content. What I'm doing for people, I think the pilot even had to ask me if I want to follow them back. So hello, Enugu Ibom International Airport. Thank you for coming on this trip with me. Even though I'm sure some of you may not have used the airport or traveled by air, I'm happy that we traveled together. So welcome.